Hello friends of the internet! Today I'm going to be reviewing for you this Michelin starred instant noodle that I bought off of Amazon. So I've heard a lot about these famous Michelin starred noodle restaurants in Japan, and they've released instant noodles. This one specifically is the instant Japanese soba noodle. So we're gonna give this a shot, and then I'll put the links below of where you can get this yourself. So this is the close-up Japanese soba noodle. It's supposed to be instant. Let me see if I can find the directions here. I actually don't speak Japanese, but I can read a little kanji. May need to go online to figure out what the directions are, but I'm guessing you just can simply add hot water and oh, here it is. It says ready in 4 minutes. So I'm guessing we just add hot water and wait for 4 minutes. So on the package you can see the Michelin guide sticker, official Michelin guide, and you know, the premium 7-Eleven logo. So in Japan, 7-Eleven is pretty premium actually compared to, you know, the perception of how it is in the United States. And then they have a little flavor packet packaged on top, and so we're gonna get started on cooking this. So it's wrapped with a plastic shell. I'm gonna try to open by hand, and if not, well, I'm gonna get a knife. Don't want to poke through the top of the package, but so I gotta be a little bit careful. This is a very sturdy type of plastic that they use compared to a lot of the other packaging. Oh, it's actually a probably an oil packet. Let's see. Oh wow. So I'm gonna give it a smell. It actually smells pretty fishy. A little like shrimp. Lots of shrimp flavor. So I'm not actually sure what flavor this is. I'm probably gonna have to go and double check in a bit. But it's just Japanese soba, so I'm guessing it's probably close to, you know, traditional soba noodle flavor. So you can see that the flavoring is already added into the noodles and dispersed, unlike a lot of the typical ramen you can find here, where the flavoring is kind of packaged up, as well as the veggies. So what looks like green onions and regular onions, and probably some sort of meat cake is in on there. It has a very seafoody, fishy, shrimpy smell, which is probably pretty typical of most soba noodles. So I'm going to add in this packet, which is actually oil-based packet, I think. So I'm going to go in this way. Now I'm gonna add the hot water. Actually, I'm gonna just get a little taste of what this. Wow, that's really intense. Intensely savory. So you can see that it has some green onions and some what I think is bamboo shoots or dried onions, and some little tiny meatballs. Just adding the hot water. So there is a little fill line that's pretty easy to see. So I'm just going to fill it right up there. There we go. Maybe a little more. Alright, so it's been 4 minutes, and as you might have noticed, I'm actually in a different shirt. So my camera actually fell asleep on the previous time I tried recording this part, but I'll try to repeat pretty much everything as I mentioned before. So here is the cup noodle that's been cooked. Let me just get a close-up for you. So as you can see, the meatballs have expanded, and so has bamboo shoots. So the smell has transitioned from, the really strong seafoody flavor to a much more savory smell. So the seafoody fishiness is still there, but it smells a lot more savory. I'm going to take a drink of the broth. Yeah, in the broth you can barely taste the fishiness at all, the seafood flavor at all. And eat a piece of the meatball. Let's see if I can get it close up. Here we go. So here's the meatball. Alright, and then give it a try. So I think it's just a chicken meatball, and it tastes very, very meaty. Like, other ramen have their little dried meat, either substitutes or meat type things in there. This is the meatiest one I've ever tasted. So let's have a bite of the ramen noodles. I'm still, extremely surprised by the texture of the noodles. So they have more chew, and it goes down really smooth. So these are kind of like the chewiest texture ramen noodles I've had. A lot of other ramen noodles would just go soft and or be pretty easy to break apart, but these ramens have a lot of sort of chewy texture that's not very easy to break apart. And it's also very, very smooth on the outside texture. So they probably specialty made, these noodles for instant ramen cooking. And in terms of the overall flavor, the seafood flavor really doesn't come out too much. I'm not the biggest fan of seafood flavor, but even this is so well put together that, this is really, really tasty. I'm gonna give this bamboo a try. Sorry if it doesn't focus. Just tastes like real bamboo you might find at a ramen shop. It's pretty good. I absolutely love the texture of these noodles. The texture is just, it's chewy, it's smooth at the same time, so it gives you bite. But it's also very smooth on the outside. And the meatballs just add that extra layer of savoriness and break from the consistency of the ramen. I think this cup is just put together in its entirety extremely, extremely well. In terms of, the amount, these cups are a little bigger than what you would normally find. In the States. Let's see. So I'm looking at the calorie label, and it's labeled as 398 calories. Let me see if I can get it focused. This is just such a well put together cup of ramen. It's not too salty, not too savory, so they didn't just pump it full of MSG. And even though I'm not a huge fan of the seafood flavor, it adds a lot more interest to the cup of ramen than just a really savory taste. I think the green onions, because they've been dried and then rehydrated, you can really taste, a lot of the freshness, even though it's an instant dried noodle. So good. I've had a lot of different instant ramens. I have to say, in terms of the quality of ingredients, this instant noodle is by far the best. The noodle texture, the meat, the stock, all comes together extremely well. You don't get that feeling of you had a ton of MSG after drinking the broth like you get with some of the cheaper ramens, or like the very commonly found chicken noodle ramen cups that are very easy to get in the States. After each tasted broth, you just feel so satisfied. But yeah, my final thoughts. I think this is definitely the best cup of ramen I've had. Is it Michelin star worthy? So my question actually is the cup itself Michelin starred, or is it just the restaurant that produces this Michelin starred? I have to do some research into that. But overall, I would definitely give this at least 4.5 or 4.7 out of 5. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but I just have to try the other ramens and see how everything compares. So delicious. One thing I wish it had more of is the little meat bits. Those things were really delicious. All done. That was really, really good. Again, overall, I would give this, at least a 4.5 out of 5. Not because I think it's lacking something, or it's not great, or not perfect. I just need more points of reference of the other competing Michelin star instant ramen cups. But it's definitely, in terms of texture and in terms of put togetherness of the flavors, it's better than anything I've ever had in terms of instant ramen. So I think they did a really great job of putting this cup together for the masses. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want me to make more, please let me know by hitting the like and subscribe button, because I'm a very small YouTuber. This is my first time doing this sort of thing. So if you guys enjoyed it, please let me know by commenting or liking or subscribing. Otherwise, I don't know if I should keep making more of these videos or not. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and keep being a great foodie. That's a shit end line. Let's see. What's a good closing statement? Send nudes.